Cadiz was established by brothers Frank and Ray Cadiz in 1993. It's a niche operator focusing primarily on equity derivatives, structuring and asset management. It recently sold 60% of its securities business to BNP Paribas. Cadiz has a market cap of 440 million rand and a price to earnings ratio of 225.
Rather high, you would say.
Really? Rather high?
Well, that's because it made very little profits in the results that were announced a couple of days ago. Look, Ray Cadiz and Frank Cadiz, good old boys from the sort of Bulawayo region of Zimbabwe. Nice little business. Listed, of course, in the late 90s when everybody was very optimistic about these businesses, and has kind of kept its head above water. It's got prizes, done well, bought the African Harvest asset management business. Now it's in this thing with BNP Paribas, but it's kind of lost a little bit of its allure.
Absolutely, losing momentum. If you look at how its recent performance has gone, what are we sitting just below 180 on Cadiz?
175.
175. How do you feel about the investment case right now?
So we think that the business is experiencing difficulties. We think that there's too many people there, essentially, in the asset management business. The securities business has been very volatile. 60% has now been sold off. So we think that these restructuring efforts, if they can cut out the costs, are interesting. There's R2.35 worth of TNAV here, so just bear that in mind. The asset management business, the collective investment schemes business, is doing quite well. It grew assets under management by 29% over the period. And if you can get it right, asset management, again, is a very good business model. Infinitely scalable,
I love that.
Annuity income. So at the beginning of the year, you can predict quite well what your revenue is going to be, and you can adjust your cost to that. And you know, if you want to work out how much profit you want to make, cut your cost to that metric.
Paul, I want you to get up to speed on all the TNAVs out there. The tangible net asset
like
value.
Dinosaur,
Sounds
like
fantastic. A TNAV. I love the term.
How's the T-Rex in this business? Tangible net asset value, I assume you're talking about. Because remember, they've got the cash, the capital in the business, which they've always managed over time. But now listen, the asset management business that they bought, that's your friend Magda Vestact. Have I got her pronunciation?
Vestact.
Right. Now, she's gone, right? She's not there anymore.
She's now Signia.
So that's a problem, because I can see that asset management business has sort of stagnated. They've had 40 billion under management now for a couple of years.
They needed a woman to head it up.
Maybe that's what happened. And the margins in that business are very low. And I think it's because they've got some very low margin mandates, mostly cash and kind of fixed income type mandates. So that business should be doing better. The securities thing with BNP Paribas, I don't know. BNP Paribas probably got money to burn. They want to come in and do stuff here. So the 40% stake that Cadiz will have, maybe that can make more money than they used to make in that thing by itself. The problem is these size of businesses listed and they want to change the world. And then when you realize you haven't changed the world, what happens then?
But Anthony says the restructuring moves are interesting. Is that what you said?
Yeah, interesting. We would wait to see how they develop. But down the line, this could be quite a good little business, or quite a good little investment.
Hot or not for you?
Well, it could only really be exciting if it was like an asset play. But I don't think so. I think Fraser Shaw, the new CEO, looks like they want to just do it all over again. So I think they're going to refocus. And, you know, the other thing I like about Cadiz is Peter Major. You know, he works there, and I love that guy.
Exactly, the face of Cadiz, but you still haven't said to me, hot or not?
No,
I told you,
hot.
conclusion
not
I need.
Not for me. I'm afraid it's
not hot from your
drift.
side. Anthony, hot or not on Cadiz?
We would say not hot at this stage, but we would revise that view if we saw them cutting costs aggressively.